So as always, before we get into the main topic, I'd like to talk about a couple things first. You're looking at brickworld.com. We, of course, had Brickworld Chicago only a couple weeks ago, right? And during my time at Brickworld Chicago, I was able to connect with some of the organizers, and I will actually be assisting with some tasks when it comes to the organization for Brickworld Grand Rapids, Michigan. So this is the website right here. If you're in the area, I highly encourage you to go ahead and see if that's something that you would like to participate in. Again, that's something I'll be participating in more intimately than last time. Now, this probably will mean that I will not be attending Brick Fair Virginia like I mentioned earlier in the year, so I do apologize about that. For the foreseeable future, I will probably be attending all of the Brick World events, which means, to be honest, I just don't have the budget to go and check out some of the other brick fairs, brick shows, things of that sort. So again, if you're a couple hours away from Grand Rapids or you want to fly, please feel free to go ahead and do that. That's something that I will be attending. All right, now you are looking at a YouTube channel that I recently discovered. It's called World Class Bullshitters. I absolutely love this channel, and here's why. I know quite often when it comes to myself and the community, we talk a lot about so many Hulkbusters being produced by Lego. We talk about Black Panther merchandise and things of that sort. Well, he goes in depth a lot and talks about a lot of things Hollywood, but he also talks about the merchandise right here. And you can see this video. It's titled The Rotting Remains of Disney's Worthless Merchandise. And he goes in depth and talks a lot about it. And this overproduction of Lego sets isn't necessarily a Lego thing. It might be a Disney thing, putting a gun to Lego's head and saying, listen, if you want to continue to be a licensee, you need to go ahead and crank out all of this Black Panther, all of this Marvel crap. And Lego has no choice doing it. And this is all speculation, of course. But the interesting thing was, in that video specifically that I just mentioned, he goes and looks at an action figure. It was Rey from Star Wars, right? And he turns over the action figure, and it said it was produced in 2015. And that's where he mentions that this action figure has been sitting in Walmart for 3 presidencies, which is crazy, but at the same time, if you're familiar with Lego and reselling, really not surprising, right? So if you're looking for something to binge watch and you like dry humor like I do, I highly encourage you to go ahead and check it out. All right, let's talk about Amazon Prime and it coming up in the next couple weeks or so. I think it's somewhere around the 11th, 12th, something like that. Now, I really don't see too much online when it comes to YouTube and Amazon Prime Day, so I thought it would be good to be brutally honest about Amazon Prime Day. And when I say that, it doesn't mean that there aren't good deals out there, but these are sobering questions I feel that everybody needs to ask themselves if they're going to participate in Amazon Prime Day. And this should also serve as a good blueprint for the people who will be attending the first Amazon Prime weekend when it comes to purchasing Legos and adding them into their inventory. The first thing about this upcoming Amazon Prime weekend is you need to ask yourself, is this really worth it? And for people that have been attending Amazon Prime Day online, or and when I say attend, I'm talking about scrolling on their phones or being in front of the laptop. I know last year there really wasn't anything that jaw-dropping whenever it came to deals. If I have to recall, I think 2019 was probably the first time where I was like, okay, Amazon Prime Day is really doing good for Lego resellers. I'm able to grab inventory, I'm able to, you know, take care of what I need to do. The discounts were impressive, and that 2019 Amazon Prime event was something to celebrate. Now, when COVID came in 2020, you would think that that would be a time where they would just liquidate everything because retail sales are in decline and all that other stuff. That just wasn't the case. There was very few, if anything, that you could find at 20% off on Amazon. I remember the first couple weeks of COVID, everything was RRP. You couldn't get a discount to save your life, right? And that trickled over a lot to Amazon Prime Day. And I think if I had to recall, they postponed it to October, but it was the same effect, right? There really wasn't that many discounts out there. So you'll know if Amazon Prime Day is worth it if you see a lot of Lego sets that usually aren't discounted. I'm talking about White House. I'm talking about sets that are like the Lego Ideas Treehouse. Whenever it first came out, I understand the Lego Ideas Treehouse is discounted almost all the time now, but at the very beginning it wasn't, and people were paying full price, the $200. That was before the price increase, of course, and they were happy with it. They thought that set was retired retiring. Talk about a set that might have been through 3 presidencies. Oh my gosh, that's crazy, right? But I know for me, if I don't see any sets that aren't below 20% off, it really isn't worth my time when it comes to participating. Now, one thing that a lot of people, they either don't realize or they forget sometimes is you can do some price matching, right? Now, for me personally, this is just a personal choice. When it comes to price matching, I like to go inside a Target and have people price match it automatically for me. I don't like calling the Target hotline and having them fiddle with my orders and things of that sort. But for those big box stores that have a policy when it comes to price matching, that might be something that you could take advantage of during that time. And if you don't know by now, one of the ways to level up your Lego reselling business is to join our Patreon. Patreon is finally offering a 7-day free trial, which I highly encourage you to take advantage of. We do have one-on-one consultations where I will become intimate with your inventory. I will look at your strategy and see if you're doing some things right and seeing if there's opportunity out there and there's some suggestions that I could give you. We are undefeated whenever it comes to ungating people on Lego for Amazon. Out of the over 300 people that have joined our Patreon, there isn't a single person that hasn't been able to get ungated if that's something that they wanted to do. We do have an exclusive video library on the Patreon that you just won't be able to see anywhere else. And next Thursday, we will be having our group chat, and that's something I'm very much looking forward to participating in. Again, the link is in the description below, and I highly encourage you to check it out. Something else to keep in mind whenever it comes to Amazon Prime Day is Walmart's now pretty famous war with Amazon, right? Every time Amazon has a promotion or a Prime Day or Prime Weekend, something like that, you could usually count on Walmart to have similar discounts and some sort of similar event, right? So you shouldn't just think about this as you potentially benefiting from Amazon and Amazon Prime Day. You should also check out Walmart and see what prices they have available. You might be able to find that Galaxy Explorer discounted from $100 to $50. I would be surprised if that promotion didn't exist in the next coming week or so. Now, if you've never experienced an Amazon Prime event, you should know ahead of time that there may be some flash sales. You may have a Lego set that is regular price or 20% off or something like that, and that will be discounted even more. Me personally, I'm not a fan of the waiting list. I know they'll have a schedule that you'll see. At this time, this product will be discounted. Honestly, I'm not a fan of that. Just like I'm not a fan of logging into Lego Shop at Home at midnight and waiting to go ahead and purchase some set and qualify for a gift with purchase. But if you are going to be online most of the day, that is something to go ahead and look out for. Now, Amazon Prime Day may give you an opportunity for you to buy a Lego set that is out of your comfort zone, right? So you're looking at Amazon, of course, you're looking at the Lego Duplo Town World Animals, set number 10907. I actually purchased a lot of these sets. Now, this did retail for $100, but a couple Amazon Prime years ago, this was discounted at $60. And I said, I'll be saving $40. I think that's a pretty good deal. Now, I was experimenting with Duplo around that time, but I never pulled the trigger on a $100 set, right? Now, fortunately, it was discounted at $60, so I did go ahead and I purchased a couple, and I'm glad that I did. And of course, you can see that price right now, it's going for $179 and change. So this is just an example of maybe this will allow you to go out of your comfort zone just a little bit and purchase something that you normally wouldn't purchase because it is at a really good price. So you may be saying to yourself, well, all that news is great, Jim, but what exactly are you looking for? Well, let me tell you what I'm looking for. I am looking for sets that are somewhere around 30 to 40% off. If I see a retiring set that is around 30, 40% off, that is a good set that is going to retire, I will try and scoop up as many of those as I potentially can. I'm also looking for large quantities too. I'm not dealing with the quantity limit 3, the quantity limit 1 or 2 or any of that. I want quantity 20. I want quantity 29. If it's possible, I'm wanting to purchase close to 100 units of a particular set on, to be honest, other Amazon accounts so I can maximize the Amazon Prime event. In addition to some of my favorites that I mention frequently on this channel, I am looking for Disney sets. Well, Jim, what Disney sets are you looking for? I'll give you a hint. Disney sets that I have never mentioned on this YouTube channel. There are some Disney sets that I am wanting to get hundreds and hundreds of, and if I'm able to purchase them at a good deal, that's something that I'm definitely going to do. So that's it. That's a brief overview of Amazon Prime, which is coming up within the next week or so. I would love to hear any comments in the comments section about what their thoughts are on the upcoming Amazon Prime Day. That's it, friends. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Once again, I'm Jim with wolfforbricks.com. Always go out there and get it.